Could I have everybody's attention, please? We're going to get started with a very, very brief program. We thank everybody for coming here this evening.
Excuse me.
I'd like to just make some quick introductions and thank everybody from the county, our senator, our assembly people, our commissioners for being here. County executive couldn't be here, but he is here in heart. We thank Jim Tedesco for everything the county executive does for us. That starts from the top down. And Jim, we thank you for everything. He was at our groundbreaking ceremony for the Carlton Hill Greenway, as well as the athletic fields, the Lois Lane athletic fields. Congresswoman Nellie Poe couldn't be here. She gives her regards from the 9th. At this time, I would like Senator Paul Sarlo, who represents the 36th district, who is a very big help to us, got us a lot of grant money from the DCA, always helps us out. He is our friend, our senator here. We thank him for everything he does for us, the money for Lois Lane, other grant projects. He is a huge advocate of East Rutherford. Senator Paul Sarlo.
Thank you. On behalf of my assembly colleagues, Assemblyman Calabrese and Gary Scher, who's unable to be here, and I know you're going to get introduced very soon to our amazing group of county commissioners and all that they do for Bergen County. Thank you for giving me a quick opportunity. I know many of you, my roots with East Rutherford go back long before I was ever in elected office, whether it was my mom and dad, both growing up in East Rutherford, the old Empire Cleaners, to us redoing the Riggins Field. My relationship with East Rutherford goes back since been a young kid. So it is always great to be here, and it's great now, many years later, to serve you in the role I do. I will tell you this: East Rutherford is a very, very integral part of what we do, both at the county level and the state level. And we've been able to be supportive, the county exec and the commissioners, and myself at the state level, working very closely with this mayor and council and the great Mayor Lahullier here. But I will tell you this: we need East Rutherford to turn out. We need East Rutherford to turn out in a big way for the Democrats this year. It is so important from top to bottom, from bottom up, not just for your two amazing council folks, Cronk and Monk. I love it. Cronk and Monk. I've known Dennis a long time. He's actually, somehow we're related. He's a cousin. And I am glad he is on our side, and he should be on our side. And I will tell you this: we have two amazing, amazing council folks here who have served this community in so many different ways and volunteered, whether it's been on the recreation side, whether it's been on the fire side, have always been in the trenches helping the people of East Rutherford. That's what East Rutherford's all about. East Rutherford needs Cronk and Monk. We need our, I like that, right? We need I give myself crack up. We need our commissioners. We need Gary and Clit, and we're going to do it together, and we're going to continue to do really good things. And it's always great to be in the Park Tavern. Oh, Charlie.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Again, he did introduce Gary Scher couldn't be here representing the 36th, but I believe Clinton. Are you here, Clinton? Come on, Clinton. Say a couple of words, please.
We're here to help out in any way that we can, whether it's getting grant money or whether it's assisting you in constituent services, getting you to the right people in the state of New Jersey, and especially at those agencies. It can be hard to navigate, but we're here to support in any way we can. And we were talking just before about how these elections, they're low turnout elections, and you can drive it home every time. You say, hey, there's an election. It's every November. It's the first Tuesday in November. It's like Christmas, but it's a general election. And you still gotta just keep hammering it home with people, because an election like this, you might get 25-30% of the population to vote. So it's one of those years where we gotta really amp everyone up to go out and do what they should do, right? But we appreciate your time, and if you ever need anything, we're here. Okay? Thank you.
We're going to move on to our Bergen County Commissioners. Chairwoman Mary Amoroso, Some of these people couldn't be here. They are on the campaign trail right now, and they're trying to split up. So they do help us out immensely. But Mary Amoroso, Germaine Ortiz is here. Germaine, I'm going to let me announce everybody's name, and then I'm going to ask a couple of them to say some words for us, please. Commissioner Tracy Zor, she is here. Steve Tonelli, Raphael Marti, Joan Voss, and Commissioner Tom Sullivan, who is right here. Before I ask them to speak, these people are our conduit to the county. We have issues. We have somebody that we can lean on. All we have to do is call these people, and they're first to ask, what can we do for you and how can we help? These are the people that we need in office, and we need them reelected. So at this time, I'm going to turn this over first to Commissioner Germaine Ortiz to say a couple words.
Good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, the council. Thank you for always welcoming us. And there's nothing better than pizza from the Park Tavern. So that definitely is a great incentive to come as well. We love East Rutherford. We've been working tightly together, especially lately with everything we've been doing with the Open Space Trust Fund. And can't wait to see the changes that are coming ahead with the rails to trails that'll be coming soon. So we're very excited. We were there for your opening of the Lois Lane groundbreaking with Senator Sarlo. Thank you for bringing the funding to East Rutherford. It is critical to bring more parks, more open space, especially down to Southern Bergen, because it is needed. And it's just a great way, not only through the park system, but we have a lot of shared services. It's just the best way to make it more affordable to all our residents to live here in Bergen County, because it's expensive. We're going through critical times. That's why elections like these are so important. And yes, it's the gubernatorial race, which I think is a very important race. It's going to affect a lot of us. We need all our assembly people, especially our governor, to come and claw back some of that money back here to Bergen County to make our life a lot more affordable. So please, we really need your support. Please, I know everyone here will probably vote. You guys are strong Democrats here in East Rutherford, but please get your neighbors, your friends, everyone to get up to vote. There's a lot on the line, and we really have to safeguard everything that we have, from our education to our health care, and there's just so much going on right now, and we really need to work together, stick together, and get it to victory, come to the finish line with victory. We need to get Cronk and Monks elected, because I love that, by the way. That's awesome. No, but we do have to get George and Dennis elected, because it truly takes a village. We're all going to work together, and the best days are ahead of us for all here in Bergen County. So thank you for having us here, and again, thank you for all your support.
About the county. This mayor and council really cares about this town. They really care about their residents, and they really work great with the county, getting as much money as they can. We have Danielle Lee, their municipal chair, constantly making sure that we answer the calls here in East Rutherford. So thank you, Danielle. But Germaine touched on the rails to trails. This is one of the projects that we've done in Bergen County with our Open Space Trust Fund. And the reason that we bring that up is because our opponents have reduced that years ago, and it took, when Germaine, Mary, and myself all became on the board, along with Steve and Tracy, and Joan, and at the time David Gantz, we were able to reestablish that. That was a political football. We passed a resolution so it wouldn't be a political football anymore. And we're going to continue to fund open space in Bergen County, because we know how important it is. And we're going to continue to give towns like East Rutherford that have skin in the game as well. We're going to continue to bring them money for open space. So you guys have a lot of projects that are going to get started. We were down at Lois Lane with the mayor and council, and that's just ripe and ready for you guys to have such a wonderful recreation area. And we're glad to be part of it, of course, with our colleagues, Senator Sarlo and Clinton and Gary, our Assemblyman. This is what it's all about. We work together as a team. And that's why this election is so important. Bergen County is the third safest county in the country. We're ranked in the top 1 or 2 in the state as the safest counties. We have the greatest education system going. We have blue ribbon schools. And we don't do this by accident. We do this with shared services. We do this with help from mayors. We look at every single place we can save money so we can make it affordable to stay in Bergen County. We take care of our veterans. We're the first to have a net zero homeless veterans rate, that means that you can go to bed tonight knowing that every veteran in this county has a pillow to lay their head on. And I think that's so there's a lot of talk about, everything's taxes, taxes, taxes. We are the largest county in the state of New Jersey, bigger than 5 states, yet we have the 3rd lowest tax rate in the whole state. So that shows you that we are working together with everybody to get things done. And what it shows us is you guys all need to get out and vote. And we need to maintain what we have, and we need to make it better. We're going to make it better. We're going to continue to find ways to save money, and we're going to continue to find ways to represent our residents in Bergen County. But again, it's a team effort. That's why my slogan this year is, you need everybody. This is such an important election. Everyone always says you start at the top, you work your way down. No, let's start at the bottom this year. Start at the bottom. Let's not forget our municipal candidates, the candidates lower on the ballot, and work your way up. And this way, no one gets left out, because you need Cronk and Monk and Sarlo's going to patent that now. So we need to get them elected. And make money off it. What, he was the president? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean he's got sneakers for sale too. So this is what we need to do, and we can only do it with your help. Like Germaine said, we know you're going to get out to the polls, but you need. It's such an important election. You need to bring everybody to the polls. And that's what we're counting on from you. And our door is always open. So thank you for having me for a minute, Mayor. Thank you for letting me speak. Thank you.
So please, right on the top of the ticket, as we said before, we have Clinton, Calabrese, and we have Gary Scher, who couldn't be here, but Sullivan, Amoroso, Ortiz. Please make sure you get out to the polls.
Mayor, can I add one thing? I'm not on the ballot this year.
We love Tracy. Yay!
Voting starts this Saturday. So I'm dragging my kids out of graduate school to come home to make sure they get to the polls to vote. You can vote on your own schedule. You do not need to wait till Tuesday, November 5th to vote, 4th to vote. You can actually vote starting this Saturday. Please get out to the polls. There's no excuse. Get that. It banks into the, early. We're not Hudson County. It's not early and often, but early matters. And if you have people who need absentee ballots, you can still request those as well. Just feel free to connect. I'm sure the mayor can connect you to those resources. People who need rides to the polls, we can drive them not just on election day, but beforehand too. So please get everyone out there. There's no excuse. Everything's on the ballot. Our healthcare's on the ballot. Our sanity's on this ballot. So please get everyone to the polls.
October 25th to what, November?
Till November 2nd.
At the Woodridge Senior Center.
Yes.
Right down in Woodridge, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. All right, so moving down to the local level here, I have Council President Jason Bolger, and I know Jason, he's very involved with recreation. A lot of the as I said, the rec programs, very involved in the community. I'd like to ask Jason to say a couple words.
Let him go last. Let him go last. You wanted me to go.
Oh, you want to go last? Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, so at this point, then I'm going to introduce the candidates here. Up for election is Dennis Monks. I've known the Monks family for many, many years from Carlstead. My family's from Carlstead. We kind of grew up together, kind of had the same friends. Dennis is a very civic-minded individual, involved with the school board, both school boards, the local and regional board, brought his kids up through the school systems here in East Rutherford, lovely wife, Pat. Dennis goes above and beyond. He was our fire marshal in town here. I know Dennis can bring a lot to this team. Dennis Monks.
Cousins to Paul Sarlo. But it's funny. I'm listening to everybody talking, our commissioners and the senator and the mayor, and we're talking about all the great things we're doing and all the money we're getting. I don't have any money, so I don't have it for you. What I do have is experience. My family's lived in this town over 100 years. My great-grandfather was on Route 17 when it was dirt. They started in Italy, came from Brooklyn, wound up on 17, and came up here. I've owned my home for 40 years, right on Everett Place. My 2 children went to school here. I was the fire marshal for 26 years. About 16 years on school boards between the two, president of both. Been a fireman over 40 years, been on the emergency squad, Little League, soccer, even though I didn't know anything about it, except, George ran it and I would just tell the kids to kick the ball. Baseball I did a little better at, but yeah, been around a long time, and I just retired 2 years ago, and I still think I have something to give back to the community, so I would appreciate all of your support. I want to thank our county committee. I want to thank our mayor and council for even the thought of having me join them. So thank you again.
Very nice job. Good job.
So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to George Cronk. George is up for re-election. I got him involved with this mess many, many years ago. I told him it's one meeting a month, no problem. Bad knees, probably medication, hair falling out, but listen, you are a hard worker. Hold on one second. He's chomping at the bit. During COVID, he was the one that was signing people up for their COVID shots. Not only was he signing them up, he was picking them up, and he was dropping them off. He was picking up meals and dropping off meals there. George has been involved with a lot of our athletic programs. He is our fire commissioner. George is another one. All you have to do, you don't even have to ask. He's picking up people, bringing them doctor's appointments. He goes above and beyond. His lovely wife, Mary, is here. Mary?
No, straight ahead.
We need to have you back on this council.
Thank you.
East Rutherford needs you. The residents need you. So, without further ado,
Thank you. Thank you. Mayor.
yeah.
Thank you. So there's not a lot to say after that. So I can't say, but I've enjoyed living in here. I was actually born in East Rutherford. For those that don't know, that I haven't told 100 times. My father was in the Army though, so we never went to the school here. But I came back. I was my grandmother's legal guardian for 4 years of her life, and it was a great experience there too. And then I was lucky enough to marry Mary. This Saturday is our 45th wedding anniversary. So this is our town, and I can't say enough about the people above us and the people that are sitting next to me and everything. We've got a terrific team here. Everybody contributes. And everything isn't rubber stamped here. We have some good discussions in our executive meetings and everything. And somebody once said that I'm the voice of reason. So I don't know if that's true or not. But on your tables is just some information that we put down. I know that some people are against the rolling reassessment and everything, but it shows you that we've saved about $8 million in tax appeals in the last 5 years, right? And it's saving everybody money here. And believe me, the budget this year or coming into the next year is going to be really tough because of medical costs going up like crazy and everything else. But we think we do a good job. We've kept our taxes pretty level and everything. We fight hard for that and for you guys and everything. The mayor's right. I'm here for you. That's why I put on my thing, people, not politics. I'm here for everybody here. I've met most of you people many, many years now. And I had some people that I spoke an hour and a half on the street one day, and they were wonderful listening and everything. And I am passionate about this town. I think our council does a good job. I think we've proven it with some of the numbers here and everything. So the last thing I'd like to say is, one of the things that people talked about when I'm walking and knocking on doors is that not only taxes, but we can talk through that and everything. But one of the other things is that they're talking about electricity prices. So we've actually taken it, and unfortunately it wasn't on the board because the message board, there's something wrong. But tomorrow night at 7 to 9 o'clock at the Old American Legion, 333 Grove Street, we're actually having a person coming in and talking about questions and answers about solar panels. And there's a lot of different things that are in. I have solar panels on my roof. The mayor has them. Jesse has them. We tried to get somebody else to come in so we could, talk. Both can talk and give their things. But I think it's worth, if anybody's really thinking about it. There's all kinds of programs that you can buy. You can lease. You can also put them on your roof for nothing, and they'll give you a part of your insurance, electricity costs back and everything. So that's the kind of things I like doing, is trying to help the people in our town by little simple things like that. I'm not a home run hitter. When I played baseball in high school, I I think the most I ever hit was a double and everything. But I'm there. I can be counted on for everybody.
Yeah.
And, what's that?
No.
So, but I am there all the time. I'm there for you. Everybody's got my email address. We're handing out door knockers, and for that, it's got our emails on it. So if you need me day or night, call, and I'm there for you. And I really appreciate all of your support. I never in all my life ever thought I would be running a fourth time for council. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate you guys, and I'm here. And again, being fire commissioner for the fire department, I've learned so much from them, and they do a hell of a job. And I really appreciate the fire people. So thank you. All right. So thank you.
So as a group, we don't run for compensation here. We don't serve for being recognized. We all serve that we want to keep our communities clean. We want to keep them safe. We want to keep taxes low. We want to keep the quality of life to where it should be for the residents of this town. And I think we do that here. I got elected back in 2003. I was on the council first, naturally, and then served as mayor. And back then I had a vision to get things done. I got elected first, and the first thing was our civic center. It was unfinished. The contractor started, never finished it. Insurance company ended up getting that done. Got the civic center done. Senator Paul Sarlo is here. I was a Republican at the time. So I had nobody to go to get the buses off of Lincoln and Washington Place. So who did I go to? I went to Paul. And Paul was the first one to say, how can I help you? Let's get together with New Jersey Transit. We got those buses moved. We got them off those streets. So thank you, Paul. The Outwater House, I wanted to purchase that. That's over 200 and some odd years old. It was going to go to a wrecking ball. You were going to have housing there. Through grants and what have you, we purchased the Outwater House at very minimal cost to the taxpayers of East Rutherford. Bergen County Open Space, thank you very much. We got back the control of our land use boards. We were under the special monitor for almost 20 years. So projects that were denied by our land use boards were just approved. They were knocked down by our boards and they were approved. COA is gone. Affordable housing is here. We have to abide by the COA rules, the affordable housing rules. So that we're under our own control of those boards right now. Rails to Trails, you spoke about the Rails to Trails. That project, I believe there's $8 million in the queue right now with the county. That project is going to happen. Lois Lane, DCA again, Senator Sarlo, thank you very much. Bergen County Open Space, again, you helped us out. Thank you very much. We spend a lot of time away from our families. We are very, very dedicated here. As I said, we don't do it for the money. We don't do it for the recognition. A lot of personal time that we could be spending with our families, we don't, but we are dedicated. We're dedicated. I think it's a special individual that steps up here and attends the meetings. I couldn't do it. I don't have a borough administrator. I couldn't do it without this council standing behind me. I run my own business. I'm not retired. Without their help, these things wouldn't happen in East Rutherford. So let's give them a big round of applause. You know, sometimes it's like the movie Groundhog Day. You just go somewhere and people just keep griping and griping and griping and griping. But as I always said, one person that comes up and thanks you for what you did, it kind of wipes all the shits clean off the slate. But as you know, they all pile up quickly again. So I'd like to introduce the council right now. I have Council President Jason Bolger. As I said, he's involved with recreation, our athletic programs. Jason, you want one? Yeah.
I'm mic'd up. Hi, everybody. First thing I want to do is thank anyone who served on a council or anything in government. Past, present, whether I liked them or didn't like them, thank them all. Because as I've learned, this job is challenging. It's there's a lot goes into it. So as some of you can see, I'm not on the ballot, and it was my turn up. This is just a personal reasons, nothing to do with this team. It was a personal decision I made at that time. I will be back. I'll be back stronger than ever. But right now, I had to take some time off for my family. So the way this team is run, it's next man up. And it's funny because Board of Ed, it happened before with Dennis. I had to jump in for him. So, you know, he's returning the favor, I guess, at this point. Next man up is what I say. And he was ready to go. I mean, I put them in a strange position because it was late in the game, and he's ready for it, and he's ready to work. George, I mean, I can't say enough about the guy. If you've ever walked anywhere with George, and you guys would attest, and you guys see him, he knocks on all the doors. It's an amazing thing. Whether he spends 40 minutes or 4, but he talks to everybody, and he's just a man of the people. And I dread that time of year because I'd rather see you guys and talk to you on the streets and stuff organically. I don't like knocking on doors, but this guy is a warrior. And, you know, if you needed him to shovel your walk, he would do it. So that's just the kind of guy that George is. So enough about me. Anyway, thank you all for coming out and supporting the ticket, and hopefully all these things that we're talking about are come to fruition. And I will see you all soon. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Jesse DeRosa. He is in charge of our banner program that you see on all the streets there with our veterans there. He does a great job with that in our building department. Thank you. Another workhorse, Councilman Michael LaRusso. He came aboard as a newcomer, and he hit the ground running. Michael is involved with our DPW. He is second to police, finance. I know Michael would like to say a couple of quick words.
I just thank you very much, and thank you everyone for coming. I'm going to make it really quick. We say in sports, your best ability is your availability. I kind of change that a little bit for politics. I think the best ability that this group has is their accessibility. We're always somewhere. I'm always at the field. George is always at the street. Jesse's always at the field. We're just always somewhere, and I like to think that we're all very approachable, and that makes a difference. So anybody, please make sure you continue to feel free to come and approach us, ask us whatever you need to, and we're here. And I just want to wish Dennis and George the best of luck. You guys are out there every single day, spreading the word in person, not on social media, not, you know, you're walking the walk and talking the talk, and it's very, very good to see. A lot of people put a lot of stock in social media. I've never seen anybody win an election on social media, but I've seen it get lost. So good job doing it the old-fashioned way, and we'll be on the right side of this November. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Councilman, our freshman Councilman, Antonio Segalini.
Yeah. I'll keep it short. I didn't have a beer yet, and I'm Italian, so I'm going to keep my hands in my pockets so I don't talk to my hands. Listen, this year to date, we've gotten $1.4 million in grants. That's money that would come out of your tax bill, right, that you don't have to pay. Over time, Lois Lane, we're going to get a new recreation field. I have 2 young kids, as you know. My daughter Amanda is 2. My son Alex is 6 months old, right? And all of our children, our grandchildren, right? Everyone, we plant a tree for the future, right? So that shade may help a generation that we no longer are there for, right? And that's what we're doing here. That's what all of these county commissioners are doing. That's what Senator Sarlo, Clinton, Gary are doing. But more importantly, that's what this mayor and council do, right? Politics and municipal government move slowly. I call us inchworms all the time. And we do about 1% of benefit a year. And that's not equitable, or it's not equal, rather. It's equitable. Right? It might be helping seniors with the senior bus, right? Making sure Sam over there, the favorite person in the room, right, is there to take them to medical transports, right? It might be helping recreation. Jay, Mike, Jesse, and then George and Dennis before them tirelessly work for our youngest generation here, right? Making sure that we have affordable, if not free, rec sports in town. Where do you get that, right? Making sure that we have state-of-the-art fields and facilities, and that we invest. And that's what everyone here is doing. Everyone running top to bottom is here to build something, to try and continue on a legacy in East Rutherford, in Southern Bergen County, and in New Jersey of making sure that we take care of all of us, right? Every single person, whether you vote for me, you don't vote for me, right? Or whether you antagonize us, right, or not. We show up, we will always show up. And I always say this, right? Remember the people that show up for Southern Bergen County, right? Remember the people that knock on your doors, like George and Dennis. Remember the people that are available at every fall festival, every event, right? That help plan every event. Remember them. Because tomorrow they're going to be here, right? They're going to be at the next event. You're going to approach them, right? We talk about transparency. We talk about efforts. They're here. They're always here, right? Our Democratic team brings our county commissioners here to answer county questions. Our state senator, our state assembly to answer questions at the state level, right? We do it for you, right? We work our tails off. We miss our family. We miss time with our families, right? And we do it just to help this town again, 1% better year. So thank you all. Show up, please. Tell everyone you know. Tell people you don't like, right? That might vote Democrat to show up to the polls. As Tracy said, the 25th, Woodridge, right? You need a ride. You need help, right? Drive someone there. If not, you have until I think the Sunday before Election Day to do that in Woodridge. If not, Election Day, polls are open. If you need help finding your polling location, please reach out to us. Show up, bring a friend. Thank you so much. Vote Democrat.
Okay, we're almost done here. I'd just like to recognize Danielle Lee. She's in the back. She is our municipal chair. Thank you for everything that you do. Couldn't do it without you, Dan. Thank you. Rocco Pascanucci in the back here. Thank you, Rocco, for everything you do. I believe President Kun Sang is here from the Seeds of Tibet. Recognize him in the back. Thank you so very, very much. You know, I always equate what I need to have here working with me as a carpenter. A carpenter needs to have his tools to get things done. Now, I'm not calling Dennis and George a tool, but I need to have them.
Say that for the opponent.
I need to have them on my council. So, as we've been saying from the top down, please get out and vote. Get your neighbor out to vote. Absentee ballots. Please get out and vote. Thank you all for coming tonight. We do appreciate it. We appreciate all of your support.